talented musicians, these musical artists, dancers, singers. It's wonderful. And we first came here to find home a long time ago, over 25 years ago. We found home, and we found a bigger home than we ever imagined, which was the friendship and the talent that we discovered here and found in Cavan, and all the great friends we came to know through this process of going to sessions. And from our love of music, Carlotta and I love music, and when I came to Ireland, we were drawn to the music, and we first met Martin, who's just become our dearmost friend. And hey, let's have a round of applause for Martin Donohoe and his family, and Angela and Zoran and all of them, who for tirelessly, since the day we arrived in Cavan, I've seen him promoting, playing, performing, encouraging, teaching traditional Irish music, and it's a remarkable thing. Nobody like Martin, and we've got to thank him, and thank all you young musicians here. You know, you're the future of the tradition, so keep going. And I want to thank my family, the Murrays from Cavan. Two of my cousins, Gail and Andrea, are here, and Garrett, and Sandy and Andy, our old pals from going to all the sessions, and everybody here. Just thank you. And Carlotta, we called it the Pure Drop, and it was a celebration we had in mind, because it was 10 years ago that we were here, and this town was like Woodstock. It was like, there was a musician on every corner, and there was sessions in every pub, and this town just became the most musical town in the world for those 3 days, and it happened 3 years in a row. So we were transformed by this music. We were inspired by it, and so we're so grateful. Really, we're so grateful to be here and to have this launch and to be here in Cavan. So, last thing I want to say is, we just have to support traditional musicians, especially in these times. You know, when I came here, it was a very unusual summer not to hear any music, and Carlotta and I had traveled in Dublin and Cork and Kerry last week, and it was the same scene there. So to have this music here today is a thrill to us, just to hear those sounds, and it's such a positive, encouraging thing. And even though these are challenging times, you know, we just got to keep up the good work and keep pushing forward. And so thank you, Cavan. Thank you, all the residents of Cavan and all our friends here, and God bless you.
Thanks very much, Chris Murray and Carlotta Hester. And as I say, a wonderful production, this book. It's worth having. Christmas isn't that far away. It makes an ideal Christmas present, so it does. Great friend of ours. He's a publican, and recently took on the challenge of being a councillor. And of course, wonderful support throughout his whole region for voting. We voted for him, and lots of friends in music did, because he runs a great bar in Belturbet. And for probably 15 years plus, we've been running events, from Andy Irvine to Sean O'Shea to the Flan Belturbet last year. So he absolutely had no problem attending here today. He had another invitation, but he made sure he knows Chris and Carlotta from the old days, and wonderful to have him here with us today. Some of the actual drawings were done in the Widows Bar, Belturbet. So Cllr Brendan Fay for a few words. Please, Brendan.
Hello folks. Martin said 15 years ago. Well, actually it's the second Sunday in February, last February gone by. It would have been 20 years ago. There used to be a pub right behind here. It used to be called the Shebeen. And I met Martin in there one night, and I asked him to come to Belturbet, and he said he wouldn't. He said he didn't like it. But we got him there anyway, and now we can't get rid of him. So I had to get you back for that one, Martin. You know, we always do it. But anyway, it's an absolute pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure that Martin invited me. It's a pleasure to be here in Cavan. But it's also a pleasure to be launching the book, The Pure Drop, for these two wonderful people. Because there's a little story behind that too. Last weekend in the Widows Bar 15 years ago, they got married and had their after wedding party upstairs in the Widows. But it was during the festival, the fancy dress and everything was going on, and all their American friends and everything came over, and they thought that we had put on this special occasion for Carla and Chris's wedding So I think they're still talking about it. Me and Chris were just talking about that 10 or 15 minutes ago. And I think the people are still talking back in America of the streets of Belturbet being packed and had a wonderful time. And it's an absolute pleasure to be here to launch the book for them, because they're wonderful people. They came here, as they said, 25 years ago, living in my hometown, Red Hills. So it's with great pleasure and special that, and I wish us the best of luck on your trip back. And it's a wonderful thing. I see a lot of old faces, some people I haven't seen in years. So it's wonderful. Best of luck, and thank you very much. And thanks to everybody for being here. Thanks, Martin. And as Chris said and Martin said, I'll just leave on this note. Like pubs, like musicians, like traditional music, all these young people, there's no place to play anymore. The musicians of Ireland have been forgotten about, I suppose, so have the pubs. But you young people, keep going, because it will come back. We will get through this, and we'll be bigger, better and stronger in years to come. So keep it going. Martin, the whole lot of you and you young kids, these are a credit to County Cavan and credit to us all. Keep it going. Well done, and thanks very much.
Thank you, Brendan Fay, Cathaoirleach, and as I say, wonderful supporter. Like yourselves, I can look through the audience here and see who's supporting down through many years. And of course, we all remember the 3 All-Irelands, and it was well to have it. And great to have you as part of it. We have a Murray with us that performs and sings. She's actually featured in the book, so a wonderful surprise to have the All-Ireland champion, one of our own queens of the ballads, the wonderful Aoife Murray, which you might give us a quick song. I'm throwing it at her, but it'd be lovely here to have a Murray. And she's featured in the book, Aoife Murray. Aoife Murray McGorvin. Give her a full type.
Hello everyone, I'll sing a short song. It's called The Parting Glass, and it's a song that I suppose it brings new meaning during these COVID times. So it's just a song about being Irish and being at home. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm I've ever done, alas, was done to none but me. But all I've done for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. If I had money enough to spend, and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who sorely has my heart beguiled. Her ruby lips and rosy cheeks, I own she has my heart enthralled. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Of all the comrades that e'er I've known, they are sorry for my going away. And of all the sweethearts that e'er I've had, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should not, I'll gently rise and softly call good night. and joy be with you all. Wishing Chris and Carlotta the very best.
The wonderful lady herself, Aoife Murray there, Aoife Murray McGovern, a wonderful friend of County Cavan and a champion performer for years and years, and still teaching and passing on the music. And again, thanks to the young families here, they're safely sitting in their group pods. The first group there is the Curran family. That's the Currans from Drung. Give them a bula bus. The Currans from Drung. And then we have from Mullahorn, we have the O'Reilly family. 3 O'Reillys in their pods. And then from Drumalee area, I suppose, the Duffy family, the wonderful Duffy brothers. And their granny would be the great Marion Crowe. That's the music and song there. And apologies, we're missing some of our other branch members today, just with lots of sorts of other things. So, but unfortunately, as I say, we don't have a regular session going on, but we're going to play a few more tunes. And I'm just going to ask Martin Whelan, he came all the way over from Clr. He's the county board chairman of Comhaltas Cllr. And as of course, we were looking forward to the Ulster Fleadh being held in this town in July, which didn't happen, and Martin was involved in the planning of that with us throughout the year as well. So just maybe a few words again, welcoming Chris and Carlotta from a great friend, the Whelan family, synonymous with real music, with Cavan as well. Jerry Whelan would have great connections down to the years along with Dr. Galligan. So it's great that maybe a few words from Martin here, a singer himself and involved with lots of great things in Cllr. Great strong branch of youngsters and adults. Martin Whelan.
Thanks, Martin, for asking me here. I was delighted to get the message last night that the book was been launched today, and I'd want to say a special welcome to Carlotta and Chris. We've met before last year, and we had a nice evening in the hotel. Unfortunately, we can't do that this year, but the music goes on, and we're all trying to do our bit and keep the flag flying, you know. And it's great. This is the first session I've been at since, and probably a lot of other people, in about 6 months. So it's great to be out and about and hearing lovely tunes and well played. And it's great to see that the young musicians are keeping to their task and keeping the practicing going. So we'll have better days in the future. It's just time. It'll take time to get through this difficulty that we have at the moment. We'll get through, and we'll be stronger when we come back again. So thank you very much, and you're very welcome. Thank you.
Thanks, Martin Whelan. And as I say, we'll hopefully have more things to look forward to as maybe restrictions lessen later on, or maybe next year could possibly be. But we have planned an event in September, normally of the Whelan Festival, so we'll have a virtual festival most likely with Darren Breslin and numerous musicians throughout, including Mick Foster. We'd hope to hold it in the Farnham Arms, but at this stage I'm not sure, limited to 30 people, the half day in Cavan Festival, but we'll see.